Good morning, Pisces, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I will be doing a video for you for the week of April the 28th, 2024 to May the 4th, 2024. I've already cut your decks. I've shuffled them all 4 times utilizing the numerology of the date April the 28th, 2024. So let's dive right in. Oh gosh, again. Okay. Uh, I have to talk about this the whole thing. Okay, here we go. The lovers. This came up for Capricorn. Okay. Now, I have a different interpretation of the lovers, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the traditional ones, and then I will tell you about my interpretation of it. So, the initial interpretation is a crossroads. So, perhaps you're at a crossroads and there's a certain decision that you need to make, deciding which way you're going to go. Okay. Now, obviously, this is the lovers, so you could also be having a love interest coming in for you, my dear Pisces. Or perhaps you're going to be developing a little bit more of a relationship with someone. Things are moving to the next level, perhaps, or you got your eye on someone, or they have that eye on you, and things might start this week. Okay. Now, for my interpretation, it's a little bit different. Now, I talk a little bit about the allegory of the Garden of Eden from the Old Testament Bible. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with Gnosticism, it's a sect of Christianity that kind of looks more into the esoteric and occult, which means hidden knowledge regarding Christianity. And it's not like everything else in the world that we're noticing. Nothing is what it seems, and there's a lot of hidden knowledge that's been kept from us. Okay. Now, their interpretation, I'm not a Gnostic. I'm open to a lot, and I'm interested in a lot of different mythologies. So I'm a learner, and I'm a philosopher. Okay, so I'm just sharing this information with you. So the Old Testament in the Bible is not the God in the Old Testament of the Bible is not the same God that it's in the New Bible. Okay, the old God, the God in the Old Testament is an evil God, and he's not the true God. Okay, he's the demiurge, and he keeps human slaves in the world, in the 3D world. Okay, and so if you look at the Garden of Eden, it's kind of like a prison. They weren't allowed to leave it. Yes, it was utopia and whatnot, but they were not allowed to eat from the knowledge of good and evil, right? So the God wanted to keep them ignorant. He didn't want them to know anything. That he just wanted them to have blind faith and to honor and revere him or something. Right? And so the snake, according to Gnosticism, is actually Jesus. Jesus is the light. He is the sun, and the sun illuminates and sheds light on things for you to see things more clearly. And he encouraged them to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil so that they can realize their potential, realize their divinity, and know that they are gods, and open themselves up to the knowledge that the universe has to offer and that is available to you. Okay. So, and then the God of the Old Testament did not like this. His name is Yaldabaoth. You can all look this up if you want. Okay. And he exiled them from the Garden of Eden, but now they had knowledge. And okay, sun is similar to Odin on the world tree. Okay, now this can also symbolize here. You see how there's a tree here with fire? This can also symbolize the awakening of your Kundalini energy. So the Kundalini energy is an energy, a life force that remains dormant in your root chakra. And sometimes people can have a Kundalini awakening that is brought forth by traumatic situations or just spiritual awakening in general. and your kundalini starts rising and opening up through your chakras. Now, when you go through your chakras, then you start healing a lot of things. It's going through a dark night of the soul and a spiritual development, but eventually it rises into your Christ consciousness. Okay, and we are all divine. Christ is a consciousness. Okay, and that's what we're learning now, is that we are already in the second coming, because we are all figuring out that we are divine and we can tap into this Christ consciousness of ours, because we are one with the universe. We are the universe experiencing itself in many different forms. Okay, so perhaps you're going through some sort of spiritual development, some sort of kundalini awakening, and you're being encouraged to break free from blind faith and dogmatic, like following the herd when you hear information. Okay, we've learned a lot about this in the last 4 years with the sickness and all the craziness that happened when people were just following orders without thinking about it. So you're being encouraged to think about things and seek out information, perhaps from non-mainstream avenues of information, and questioning everything. Okay. That's why it was a long explanation. So that's why I was like, oh gosh. All right, so here we go. So next, so this is a 6 card, and then we have another 6. Okay, so multiple 6s is really good in the tarot. Okay, and so this card is the 6 of Wands. Okay, so the 6 of Wands signifies victory. This gentleman has gone to war. Okay, the 5 of Wands is war games and conflict and competition. And now he is coming back home, and there's a parade for him because he has been victorious, and he is sitting on his high horse. Okay, and that is not a bad thing. Okay, you should be proud of yourself, my dear Pisces, for where you have come from. It has not been easy, perhaps, for you, your past, and if you're starting to break free, breaking free from the mainstream, breaking free from dogmatic and blind faith in something, and seeking out your own knowledge and truth, despite it might be different from everybody else, might be a little bit hard and lonely, but it's going to prove to be very victorious for you. Okay, we're being called to step into our true authenticity. And if you see here, there's a guy right there. He's jealous of this guy. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of jealous people looking at you and how far you've come and how successful you are becoming. Okay, and people are celebrating you, and there's going to be people that don't like that. Not everyone wants to see you be successful, my dear Pisces. But you and they're like, oh, look, he's on his high horse, he's basking in this glory, and he thinks he's so awesome. Like, so what? Yeah, I do think I'm awesome, and I've come far, and I'm proud of myself. And you don't need to feel bad for people that are jealous of you. Okay, you have every right to be proud of yourself, Pisces. We've grown a lot, especially in the last 4 years. But you've done a lot of internal work. You've done a lot of internal spiritual work. Okay? Your kundalini is raising. Your consciousness is raising. And it's opening yourself up to be a lot more victorious and successful in life. Okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups signifies leading with your heart and following your heart in many endeavors. Okay, this queen can be a little bit emotional, which is you, Pisces. Like, we all can be emotional, but Pisces, I think you're being called to listen to your emotions, and don't feel bad, and don't care if people are telling you that you're being a little bit too emotional. I wouldn't listen to that. Because your emotions are telling you something. You're being in tune with your internal knowledge, and you're in tune with the universe. Okay, you're raising your consciousness, and you have extrasensory abilities. This queen can be psychic. This queen can have a telepathy, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience. Okay. And you are being encouraged to follow your heart. And if you follow your heart and sort of endeavors that are matching and in alignment with your values and your integrity, then you're going to be really successful here, right? You're going to be victorious as long as you're leading with your heart. Follow your heart and not the mainstream. Okay, follow your intuition. Your intuition is really strong right now, Pisces. Okay, with the Lovers, we have... Same card again. With the Lovers, we have the Sleeping Beauty dream. Okay? So, like I was mentioning for Capricorn, this card also came up. So, the story of Sleeping Beauty was... there was a princess, and when she was a baby, her mom and dad, the king and queen, had a party for her, and like the town or the castle had a bunch of little witch fairies, okay, and one of them was not invited, and she was very upset, and she stormed in during the party and put a curse on this baby and said that on her 16th birthday, this princess is going to prick her finger on a spinning wheel, and then she's going to go into a big sleep, and the whole castle is going to sleep. Okay, and that happened. And when that happened, part of the spell was that the whole castle was engulfed in this maze and mess of thorns and vines and twigs and trees and everything. Okay, to inhibit Prince Charming from coming to save the day. Now, many princes attempted to, because the story traveled around, and many princes attempted to go through this mess, but they were killed because their heart wasn't pure. Okay, they were killed by this mess. It was a magical spell. Okay, and one guy actually went through and kissed the princess, and then the whole castle woke up and the spell was broken. But what you're being encouraged to do here is understand that you are both the princess and the prince, and you have the power within you to save yourself, and you don't need to rely on external people to tell you what to do. You can seek your own information and your own knowledge, and that's what you're being encouraged to do here, because that is going to prove you have it within you to be victorious, and you don't need anybody else to tell you how to go about doing things. Okay? You're very pure, and you're following your heart like the Queen of Cups, right? And you have this guidance within you. You're very tapped into the universe, Pisces. Did you see that light? Okay. Then we have Mermaid's Love here. Okay, so, you might have someone coming in for you. Okay, because we do have the Lovers here, and then we do have this lady here that's bestowed a wreath by this gentleman coming back from war. And then the Queen of Cups can actually signify someone coming in for you because it is a court card. Okay, so there might be a Gemini around for you. Okay, because we do have the Mermaid's Love here, and this is another signification of a couple coming together. But what I'm getting here, you see how they are different? This one guy is like a bird, and the mermaid is a fish. So two different things that I can tell you here. If this is a person coming in for you here, they're going to be very different from you. It's going to be like night and day, like birds and fish coming together. Okay. On a second interpretation of this, do you know the story of the sirens of like when sailors would go out and they would see mermaids in the water and they would think that they're so beautiful because their breasts would be showing and they hadn't seen ladies in a long time, and then the sirens would tempt them into the water and kill them. Okay? So be mindful of being lured into something that is attractive. It doesn't have to be a person, it could be an idea as well, or situation. Just do your research and look into things a little bit more. Get to know the person a little bit more before you commit. Take your time. And if it's an idea, a philosophy, a dogma, a situation, circumstance that someone is pushing on you, just do a little bit more research, because you don't want to be pulled down into the waters and taken advantage of because of something that seemed to be attractive idea or situation. Okay? Because yeah, this is with this card, and then just be mindful of people's motivations. Okay? Okay, and then we have the weaving of the flowers, okay, with the Queen of Cups. So with this card here is with the Queen of Cups. And what I'm getting for you for this is that you don't need to rely on what you see, because you're tapping into your internal emotional and intuition for guidance. So listen more to your intuition, your psychic abilities, your dreams, your telepathy. This is developing more and more for you. And you're being encouraged to tap into that and not only use your eyes to guide you moving forward. Okay? Now let's end off the reading here with a very beautiful card. You got the hawk. We're using the Animal Oracle deck here. And this is one of my favorite cards. Look at that. Spirit is sending you messages. What did I just say with regards to your intuition? Open your greater vision to see the signs, right? Don't just rely on your eyes. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Courage, swiftness, clear sight, focus, intensity, premonitions, fidelity, higher purpose, discernment, and messages from spirit. The hawk, with its extraordinary vision and high vantage point, have the ability to see what others cannot. Hawks are associated with realms of the ancient gods. Jupiter and Mercury both had hawk as their ally. Hawk is often called the messenger of the gods. To see a hawk or hear its shrill cry can be a warning to be more aware. Look to all the details and omens to pause and reflect on what might be amiss, right? Pay attention and look. Don't just follow the herd, right? Hawks mate for life and the pair raises their young in a strong and secure nest. Hawks look out for family, and when they're embroiled in family issues, they take flight. They breathe a breath of fresh air because too much emotion can cloud hawks' clear vision. Okay. So just be mindful of your emotions because it can blind your intuition and your extrasensory vision, okay? Hawk always means spirit is at hand. Hawk people benefit from focus and sharp observation to guide them to their best outcome. So sharp observation. They believe in a bright future because they soar above others and see the way to success in all ventures. So you're soaring above others in your high horse, right? Optimism is one of Hawk's virtues. If Hawk calls you in, it may be wise to spend some time studying the currents of life and following where they lead. The wind with its power and direction, will be your guide. You can fly and reach the sky. You are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and wiser than you know. Some things to keep in mind are, have you lost your bird's eye view? Are you missing the obvious? Is it time to get more focused on family or goals? Are you listening to the messengers of the gods? Or has emotion clouded your perception? All right, very interesting reading, my dear Pisces. If this resonated for you, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if that is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach, you can not only watch your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am truly grateful for your energy, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Have a wonderful day, Pisces.